Good.
We all like a big family, and we all push each other each and every day in practice just to get better.
How have you seen Ronnie Harrison mature on this season?
Ronnie just one of those younger guys that pretty much took almost a leadership role in defense. He helped encourages everybody in practice every day and motivates everybody just to get that much better every day.
What's the challenge of facing this quarterback in this offense?
We got another running quarterback who also can throw, so it's a dual threat quarterback for us, and we just have to make sure we collapse the pocket and don't let him slip through any seams on the defense.
Are they doing the same thing scheme-wise with him that they were doing with Dak? Is it the same offense?
It's pretty much the same offense, but they changed a few different things about him just because the running style he has.
What's been the key to your quick change defense after turnover committed by the offense? You guys seem to have been able to stop the team after that situation.
Just have to come in the meetings the next week, and you gotta think last week was a good game and everything. I understand that, but you have to also move on to the next week and focus on the next opponent.
I was talking about you guys after an offense commits a fumble or something, you guys come back and stop the offense after an adverse situation. How do you guys do that?
Pretty much in that situation, you just have to know you play defense, and things like that are going to happen throughout the whole game, throughout the whole season. So you have to come out there with the same mindset every time that we have to get the ball back for our offense. And we just went out there and just knew that we couldn't let them score and got the ball back.
How fun was that American Challenge yesterday?
It was pretty fun. We all was talking about doing it. We finally did it yesterday just to have a little fun in the team locker room.
How'd you come up with some of the stills, some of the actions?
They just came up when we just started doing it. It just happened.
How long did it take to do?
Probably I want to say 15, 20 minutes or so, because there was a lot of people in there. Yeah.
A lot of takes or what?
Just two.
Who blew it on the first one?
You really couldn't see who blew it, but it was somebody in the background. They started moving. Who was in the beginning of the video? They came towards the end and just started looking around the corner. You just saw the head peek out and stuff like that.
It looked like several guys kind of went from one shot to another. What was that like, kind of moving around?
It was tough the first time simply because you didn't know where the camera was, and you had to sneak around the locker room like stealthily and stuff like that.
Going back to Ronnie, he's kind of got a lot on his shoulders now. He's one of the more experienced guys in the secondary, even though he's it's his first year as a starter and first year back there as a safety full time.
Ronnie's one of those players who just take up the challenge and execute like he's supposed to throughout the season and during the off season. He's been getting better and better since he's been here, and he earned the position he's in now.
Dalvin, what was the fourth quarter like for the defense over there on the sidelines for over a minute and a half?
It was exciting throughout like the rest of the game. That when we went out there at the beginning of the fourth quarter, we just knew we had to stop them, and we just was energetic on the defense, and we knew we could stop them because we've been doing it throughout the game, and we just knew we had to stop them one more time. And our offense normally keeps the ball for a long period of time in the fourth quarter.
You're rushing the passer. How many times are you getting close and you see a Tim Williams or a Ryan Anderson kind of come in from the side angle and get the guy before you're about to get him?
That happens a lot because Tim and Ryan are two excellent pass rushers off the edge, and they're so quick. So it's pretty much a race to the quarterback when you're pass rushing.
You ever beat him?
I beat them a few times, but it's rare just because they're so fast. And they got such great quickness.
How much do you sense your depth taking over in the fourth quarter as a defense, especially on the defensive line?
Okay, say that again.
The depth taking over on the defense in the fourth quarter. How much do you sense that happens?
I sense it happens a lot throughout the season. I felt like just because we have so much depth on the defensive line, it helps us stay fresh at the end of the game, and we can put our younger guys in, and they execute just like the starters would. And I feel like that just helps our defense as a whole.
Now, when you were talking about Ronnie as a leader, it seems like most years the veterans are those leadership guys, but this year a bunch of underclassmen have become those guys. Is that unique? What is that like to be on a team with young guys?
I feel like it's great because it shows that they learn the process early on, and they matured a whole lot quicker, and they also can connect to some of the younger guys the older guys can't always connect to, and they help those players practice better and become a better football player all around.
As good as the defense is, any need for improvement anywhere?
I feel like there always need for improvement because just if you start to get complacent, that's when you start to fall off. So I feel like we stopped the run, but we can always stop the run even better. Pass rushing, we can always affect the passer, or more often than we already did. get more pressures on the quarterback and more sacks. And just as a defense aspect, you always got to stay hungry.
It seems like you guys' sack numbers are way higher this year and obviously last year as well.
Mhm.
What changes? The scheme is just better overall players. What changes there?
I feel like the things we work on during the off season, the drills we do, the players are always great here. Everybody's pretty much a good pass rusher. We've been focused on converting the pass rush off the run because you have to stop the run first, and just over time just keep repping and repping in practice. Everyone on the defensive front, I feel like, just becomes a better pass rusher.
What's been that key to stopping the run, even as this defense has kind of evolved, to stop the spread? I mean, you know, the 6 DBs out there, and you don't have many off linemen.
Just the front guys, D-line and linebackers. As a defensive front, you have to get knocked back on the offensive line, penetrate the offensive line in some way. If you can't get the knockback on the offensive front, they're gonna start gashing you and stuff like that because you have so many DBs back.
Saban was talking yesterday about how good Mississippi State is at executing, especially in the quarterback run game. Do you see that against a team like that, you can't wait on them to make mistakes? You have to kind of make plays of your own.
I feel like we just have to go out there, execute the game plan we have set for us, and just play Alabama football.
Are you counting down your last home games?
Not really, because I just treat every game the same, and I'm just looking forward to playing the next game.
Thanks, man.